Now we are solving that class test ka paper. Yeah, the 10 questions thing. Online, you guys also do the same thing. When I'm telling you, you try to evaluate the same way. I'll be telling you the marks for which how much marks can be allotted. So pause it and you guys try to evaluate accordingly. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Rahul, an Indian citizen working in Dubai, was stranded in Dubai as he had no money to come back to India. Mr. Salman, who is Rahul's friend in Dubai, made tickets from Dubai to Mumbai for Rahul and his wife from his own money and gave to Rahul. Rahul came back to India and immediately made a phone call to Salman thanking him for the help and made a promise that within few days he will refund the amount. Is Rahul bound by any contract to repay the amount to Salman, and if yes, as per which provision of law? Section 2 clause D. First of all, is he liable to repay?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Because he only
Provision correctly.
when the desire of the promisor, the promisee or any other person does or
Okay. Past, present, future. Okay. Because of that, you are saying it is possible.
yes, sir, that
Okay.
The promise must be more desire of the promise.
Okay. Any other provision? Any other provision you guys wrote? What is your answer? All of you wrote it is exercisable.
Yes, sir. It is.
Contract is exercisable. He can recover the money is what you wrote. Now, why is the provision word very important? Yes, sir, you will be writing the consideration definition, section 2D. That is correct. Is that sufficient or should I write something else? People, consideration correct. You need to write that it is always moving at the desire of the promiser. That I agreed. Now, why is this point coming? If you look at the main point, what happened? Mr. Salman, who is Rahul's friend in Dubai, he made tickets from Dubai to Mumbai for Rahul and his wife from his own money and gave to Rahul. They are telling what? From my money, I paid the tickets for you and I gave it to you.
Voluntary service.
Voluntary services. Did you ask for me? Did I take money from you? No. From my money, I'm giving it to you. Now, what they're telling, I did it on my own. You didn't ask it to me. I gave my money, I booked tickets, and I gave those tickets to you. Now, if you look at it, what are the facts similar to? If that's where I say how to interpret the question, indirect or a case-based question, you need to see where does this story belong to in our provisions, in our sections. Whenever one person is giving everything from his pocket on his own, we call that as people voluntary services. I did not ask for it, but he only did it. Now, whenever it's voluntary services, am I liable to pay for that? Generally, if it is a voluntary service, if you remember, that was a Varsha's example. He went in a cab and he asked for whatever is the cab charges to be paid to repay the, to give back the, the lost wallet. Whether Varsha will get the money, you guys said no, Varsha won't get back the money. But imagine the owner there said, after receiving the wallet, thank you so much for your service. I will give you, say, 1,500 rupees for your kind gesture. I promised to pay you. Then, people, it becomes a binding contract. And that came under exceptions to quid pro quo.
Section 25 too.
Section 25. Even if you guys write section 25, that is more than sufficient. Section 25 says what, people? Section 25 is exception to quid pro quo. That is, even if there is no give and take, the contract will be valid. When? In the case of people, when? Past voluntary services. That's the point you need to write. Compensation to pay past voluntary service. So if that word along with section 2D, if consideration definition is there and section 25, exception to, even clause to know, section 25, exceptions to quid pro quo, if that is there. Again I repeat, section 2 clause D, consideration definition is there. If section 25, that is exception to quid pro quo, that word is written, past voluntary services. If this is written, compensation to pay for past voluntary services, then give them 4-mark question and check conclusion. But if these two things are there, they will get 3 marks. If they have written consideration definition but not exception to past voluntary services, give them 1 mark. And check the conclusion. Whether I can recover the money? Yes, I can recover the money. So if they have written both the provisions and conclusion right, then give 4 marks. If not, just deduct the marks accordingly. Yes? Hello? Done?
No exception is written. So, but promise to compensate for something violated done for the promise is valid even if it is lost.
That's where I say that's not a keyword. We have to give it out of our heart, that's all. But if you go with the same answer in exam, that will not work. That's where I'm saying you cannot use your own language for the keywords. You will not get mark. So deduct it.
So the main keyword is
Compensation for past voluntary services.
So,
Huh.
I want to give 2 marks.
See? If that word is not there, it doesn't work. Clear? Done? Okay, next one. What are the exceptions to the no consideration, no contract?
So, nature, love, and affection.
So they are telling that entire section 25 only. Natural love and affection,
compensation for past,
compensation to pay for past voluntary services,
promise to pay time-based
time bar debtor,
Completed gifts.
charity,
bailment,
Completed gifts.
charity,
completed gift, charity, agency,
Surety.
surety. That's all, you have said everything. So if you guys have written so much, well and good. Now the question is, it's a 6-mark question. Now you guys will have a doubt. What? Should I explain it, sir, or should I just write the points? Will they give you 6 marks just to write the points? Answer is no. So even if a person has explained 2 lines or 3 lines about each point, good enough. Give them a mark. If they have just written the headings, they have not explained, give them 3 marks.
So we can write maximum 7 heads for this.
No. You are expected to write whatever is there. So how many ever points are there, you are expected to write everything. So never take it as 1 point is equal to 1 mark. Yes? Hello? Everything should be there. Hello? Okay, done. Next one. Mr. Mohit booked a ticket for a movie and on the back of the ticket there was a printed condition. If there is electricity failure and due to that any show is cancelled, then the cinema hall is not liable for the loss to the customer. On that day there was electricity failure and the cinema show was off in between. Mohit wants to claim a refund of his money. Is Mohit entitled to refund of his money? Is he entitled?
No.
He is entitled.
First of all, what is the condition? I mean, what is the main provision? No. What is the main provision? Special conditions. Those who have written the special conditions, they will get a mark. Communication of special condition. Whenever there is anything that is hidden, it need not be oral or writing. If it is in a form of ticket, it is in a form of advertisement, it is in a form of banner in the office. All these are considered as special conditions. Second thing, anyone has written case law. What is a case law?
So
Lily White.
Where does this special condition, unreasonable, when did it come? Lily White versus Manuswamy. You can quote that also. Special conditions, no? Yes or no?
as long as they are reasonable.
As long as they are reasonable, it will be binding on the parties. So in this case, what happened? In this case, they are telling that people, if at all, there is a contract between 2 parties and the theatre is saying if there is a power failure, you will not get your money back also, it's your own risk. Now the question is it reasonable or it is unreasonable? That is what they're telling you. The printed were so printed, the contract has become void, hence the man became aware of them, but the condition stating not to refund the money of the ticket due to non-perform the contract is unreasonable. Also the contract has become void, hence the rule of restitution would apply. Therefore Mr. Mohit is entitled to get the refund of money of his ticket. Correct? You imagine, you go to a movie show, they will not play the movie. If you do not get the money, would you be okay? It is your duty. Generator, can't you manage? Is it impossible? Can't you play a movie? Don't you think today in all the malls there is a threat of what is that? A power failure? But is it affecting our movies? No, because they're taking the backup. So here them telling you will lose your money, you will not even get an opportunity to watch the movie again is unreasonable. Hello? Done?
But they are mentioning before the ticket, backside of the ticket is
Correct. That's what is Lily White versus Manuswamy. No, the backside of the ticket conditions has to be reasonable. Reasonable is what? Let us imagine. If at all, if we were not able to play the movie, you will be able to get back 80% of the movie tickets. Reasonable. If they are telling you will not get back even 1 rupee, I didn't even experience the movie. That's unreasonable. That's what I said. Someday someone asked in exam, how can we make out what is reasonable, what is not reasonable? You can make it out, right? Who would pay? You try to put yourself in that shoes and try to think. Would you accept it? And always remember, there is a difference between difficulty and impossibility. Today, to play a movie is not impossible if there is a power cut. It's possible. It's difficult for him. Yes, generator, backup, all of that. It's difficult. Now, can I say, people, if there is a power cut, then we will not have any classes? Why? Same thing only, no. Now, it comes with a cost. There is a backup. Generator and all should run. Agreed? Yes, sir. Okay. Third one, what do you understand by Indian judicial system and what are its various functions?
How much mark for this question?
How much it was? 5 marks. So if provision is right, conclusion is right. Provision carries 3 marks, conclusion carries 2 marks. Award it accordingly. If provision they are able to write special conditions and if they are explaining that completely reasonable, it will be binding. If unreasonable, not binding, then give them a mark. What do you understand by Indian judicial system and what are its various functions? Functions, we have already seen this. 3 functions of Indian judicial system. One is dispute resolution, interpretation of acts, and promote fairness among citizens. Correct? And next one, how does the function, how do they function people, the Indian judicial system? Through its various courts. There are 4 courts. Just write down that. Hierarchy is there, Supreme Court, High Court, District Court and Metropolitan Courts. Hello? Okay, X agrees to pay Y 1 lakh rupees if Y kills Z. To pay Y, X borrows 1 lakh from W, who is also aware of the purpose of the loan. Y kills Z, but X refuses to pay. X also to repay the loan to W. Explain the validity of the contract between X and Y, X and W. What happened here, people? X is giving some money. X is giving some money to Y to kill Z. Now, how is X getting money? X is getting the money by borrowing from W. So they're asking you, what are these contracts valid? This is contract number 1, this is contract number 2. Are these contracts valid? Contract between X and Y, is it valid? No. Why?
Illegal.
It is illegal. It is unlawful. It is illegal in nature. Why? Because you are doing something forbidden by law.
So, against public policy.
No. Forbidden by law. Against public policy, you have different points. This point is not covered there.
Criminal in nature. Criminal in nature.
No. Where does it come under Indian Contract Act?
So, forbidden by law, yeah.
It is coming under unlawful object, unlawful consideration. Under that, it is coming under forbidden by law. So if you are writing that, then your provision is correct. Correct? Hello? Essential element, section 10, no? Section 23, Indian Contract Agreement is illegal and void if the consideration object is unlawful. That is? So if this much is there, give them a mark. If not, don't give them a mark. Yes? So here people, divide the marks like this. 3 mark for provision, 1 mark for this conclusion, 1 mark for this conclusion. Yes? Now why is that required? People, a contract between X and Y, is it valid or invalid? Invalid, Pakka na? Okay, this is correct. Tell me between W and X, is it valid or invalid? Why?
Illegal purpose.
He knows it. Okay, but do you write it in any way in the provision?
Binding the contract is illegal.
That's where I'm saying any contract connected with the illegal contract will also be tainted with illegality. That's the word you guys have to write. So if that is there, give mark. If not, don't give mark. So if your provision, if the first provision is correct, give them 2 mark. Even if this provision is there, what? Any agreement or a contract connected with an illegal agreement, it also becomes illegal and hence void, unenforceable. So both are void in the nature. You cannot enforce it in the court of law. Both are invalid. Hello? Because W is aware of it. What if W is not aware? Then this becomes invalid, this becomes valid. Because unlawful in part. Whatever is legal will be enforceable. Whatever is illegal will not be enforceable. Hello? Clear? Okay. So give it accordingly.
Total marks of question.
5. So 3 plus 1 plus 1. Mr. Sanjay Kothari was a big businessman having 2 sons and 1 married daughter. He decided to gift his house to his daughter. For this purpose, he called his lawyer at his house and made a written document for such gift. The lawyer advised him to get the transfer document properly registered. When they both were going for registration of document, they met an accident and both died. Later, the daughter found the document and claimed the house on the basis of the document. Explain whether she can get the house as gift under Indian Contract Act 1872. Possible? Yes or no?
No.
First of all, what is the provision?
Exception, sir.
First thing, a provision is coming under people. Whether this lady, can she enforce a contract? What happened? The father wanted to gift his daughter one land. He has written everything. Lawyer has written everything is written in a document. But when they were going for a registration, they met with an accident. They died. Based on that document, the daughter is claiming the land. Can she claim it? She cannot claim it. Provision. If provision is right, give marks out of 5. 3 marks goes for provision. Now, what is the provision, people? Provision is whenever there is a contract in which there is no quid pro quo, because father is giving land. What did daughter give in this place? Nothing she gave. So, when will it be a valid contract? Whenever there is quid pro quo, exceptions to quid pro quo. So, what is the daughter giving in return? Natural love and affection. Now, what you need to write? Section 25 of Indian Contract Act, which says there is exceptions to quid pro quo, that is give and take. The contract will be valid if it is having natural love and affection as its consideration. Provided the contract to be valid, it has to satisfy the following conditions. What are the following conditions? First one, the people must be in near relationship, father, daughter, test satisfied. Second one, the document should be in writing. Second test satisfied. Third reason, it has to be registered. They were about to get registered. It is not yet registered. So the third condition not satisfied, and hence the daughter cannot claim this as a valid gift. Now, two things that students will generally have a confusion. Sir, they are using the word gift. No, sir. In exceptions to quid pro quo, both will come. Natural love and affection is also there. Completed gift. Gift is also there. So why don't we claim it as gift?
Not completed. In a complete, I will register.
It's not completed is what he's saying. One is, okay, he's telling it is not a completed gift. It is not yet registered.
Immunity for the quid pro quo exception is natural love and affection because it is a near relationship between father and daughter which comes into that category.
And second thing, always remember, in a question, they will always give you hints. You see, this hint goes to which provision. It is covering what, or it suits better which provision. They are talking here about writing. They are talking here about near relationship. They are talking here about registration. Are all these conditions coming under gift? No. Then why did they give all these conditions in question? That is a hint. That is for you to think it is not gift, it is the natural love and affection. That's how you need to read the questions. In the questions, you will have hints. Are you getting the point? Yes, done. 5. 3 mark provision, 2 mark conclusion. Section, okay, next one. Priya, a firefighter, is called to extinguish a fire at a factory. She performs her duty and successfully puts out the fire. The factory owner, Mr. Sharma, later promises to give Priya rupees 20,000 as a token of appreciation for her bravery. When Priya asks for a promised amount, Mr. Sharma refuses to pay. Can Priya sue Mr. Sharma to recover the promised amount? Can she sue? No. What is the main thing?
So legally bound to perform the obligated performance.
So as per the consideration, rules of consideration, people, you cannot claim something which is your duty to perform. You are legally bound to perform cannot become a consideration. As per the consideration definition, section 2, clause D, rules of consideration says whatever is one legally bound to perform cannot be claimed as consideration. In the given case, firefighter, we have seen this also in the class. This was the exam based question. Clear? So if you have section 2 clause D, definition written and also exception written, then give 3 marks. Conclusion goes 1 mark. 4 marks question. Clear? Hello? Okay. Okay. Mr. Ayush, the employer, induced his employee, Mr. Bobby, to sell his one-room flat to him at less than the market value to secure promotion. Mr. Bobby sold the flat to Mr. Ayush. Later on, Mr. Bobby changed his mind and decided to sue Mr. Ayush. Examine with the validity of Indian Contract Act as per the provisions of Indian Contract Act. How is it possible, people? Can I sue? Can Ayush? Sorry. Bobby sue Ayush? Possible? So what is that you will be writing? It is coming under undue influence. Section 16. It's a voidable contract. So can Bobby file a case? Answer is yes. Why did we say it is undue influence and not coercion? Because there's a relationship between them.
Real and apparent conflict.
Correct. And second thing, why do you said it is it is undue influence and not coercion? The reason is they have clearly said that you are doing it for the purpose of promotion. This is not prohibited under IPC. That is in BNS. Now, people, that if at all that's the reason for a purpose they are giving it. Because of that, people, it becomes undue influence. Understood? Yes, sir. Hello. Okay. Mr. Suraj promises Mr. Manoj to paint a family picture for 20,000 and assumes to complete his assignment by 15th March. Unfortunately, Mr. Suraj died in a road accident on 1st March 2023 and his assignment remains undone. Can Mr. Manoj bind the legal representatives of Mr. Suraj for the promise made by Mr. Suraj? Suppose Mr. Suraj had promised to deliver some photographs to Mr. Manoj on 15th of March 2023 against a payment of 10,000, but he dies before that day. Will his legal representatives be bound to deliver the photographs? So people, 2 marks, this will be 2 plus 2. There are 2 questions here. First one person, Suraj promises to deliver a painting. He died. Will the legal representatives be liable? No. Who will execute the contract, people? Who shall be eligible to perform the contract? They're telling you first will be promiser himself. Whenever the contract says so, or whenever it includes a special skill or talent. So painting not everyone can do. Now, when Suraj dies, the legal representatives will not be liable to do the painting. Then what should they do? Whatever is the benefit they got, they have to give it back. What type of contract will this become? This is called as void contract. Very good. Understood? Hello? Okay. Next one they are telling. Instead of painting, Suraj has promised to give some photographs in his house. After Suraj dies, will his family members be liable to give that photographs? We have given this also as an example in class. If it is anything to do with articles or any products, I am liable irrespective of the death. I think in the class we said photographs or table or something. I am liable to give it. I can't stop it. So legal representatives will be liable to give the photographs, but not in the case of painting. Hello? Done. So 2 plus 2 plus 2. That's the weightage. Technically, if you see, there are 3 questions. Agreed? Okay. Give it accordingly. What is the IBBI? Discuss its establishment, powers, functions, and the categories of persons and entities covered under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. See, lottery. People will literally leave and go. IBBI and all. You did not write? Yes? IBBI. What? First thing, who governs IBBI? It comes under which act? You can write Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. You can start from there. Next is, it is governed by which ministry? Ministry of Corporate Affairs, because IBC comes there. Okay, next one. Whose and all insolvency matters does IBBI take up?
IBA.
Individuals, partnerships, LLP, companies. Individual and partnerships, which tribunal should they go? DRT, we had written in the class also. Company and LLP, where do they go? They go to NCLT. And who are the various people involved in IBBI? There is the board in the top. The board is called IBBI. Under that, there are three people. One was called Insolvency Professional Agency. I told you it's your ICA only. Next one was you guys. You are called as Insolvency Professionals. The third one is called as Information Utilities, IUs. Yes? So if you have written entire thing, then give 5 marks. If not, deduct mark for each point. Mr. Y is a government contractor. He received work order from Karnataka state government to install hand pumps in Mysore. When Y was about to start the work, the villagers there promised to pay rupees 5,000 to Mr. Y for the hand pump work. Mr. Y agreed for the same. Later on, when the hand pump was installed, villagers failed to fulfill their promise. Mr. Y seeks your advice in this case. Can he recover the amount? Is it possible? No. Answer is same only. What? What do you guys look out for in the answer?
Exception, performance.
Performance of what in
Whatever is the
legally.
Legally obligated to do.
you are legally obligated to do. If at all that is the case, then you will be liable. If not, you will not be liable. Correct? Huh? See here, they have answered this question in two ways. One, we can take it as firefighter example also. Now, how these people have given the answer again in the guideline answer. They have given this person is there, no government contractor. He got the contract from whom? Government. So he is working. He is doing the work because they said, not because the villagers said. So the government told him to do the work. Who should pay? Government should pay. Can he take the money from the villagers? No. So that will come under which one?
Durga Prasad.
Consideration should move
At the
at the desire of the promiser. The villagers will say, did we ask you to come and put the hand pump? Durga Prasad versus Baldio. They have answered this even as per that. But this is a very thin line of difference. We always think if you are a government contractor, that means you are employed by them already. That's how we take it. But that's one confusing thing that they have only given. Yeah? If you ask me, both are valid. If you ask me personally. But the interpretation that the ICAI has taken is Durga Prasad versus Baldio. In this particular interpretation. What is that? It should be always at the desire of the promiser. The request of the promiser. Durga Prasad versus Baldio. That's the interpretation they have taken. Yes?
We can write the reference of that fire extinguisher.
That's what. See, if you look at it, you can take it that way also. That's what I'm saying. According to me, both are right. It all depends upon what is this government contractor. Government contractor means what? Is it something a person has just got a contract and you are doing it, or you are working for government? If you are working for government, then firefighter thing will come into picture. Or if you are just doing the work because it was assigned by someone, you are not everyday working for them, then Durga Prasad thing will come. Yeah? But because both are closely related, go with the interpretation always given by the institute. But if it is wrong, I'll tell you upfront it's wrong. Here both are valid, that's why I said it's okay. Clear? Yes? So, yes, because of that, go with Durga Prasad versus Baldio, go with that interpretation. If we have written the other one, because of this, deduct the mark. Yeah? So, that's this. How much you got? What is the highest score? Yeah? Again, we'll take up the next paper. Yes?